Nature, there is something simply elegant about the obelisk. It stands tall against the sky, a simple form, yet weirdly noble.
Are you okay? They're just giant carved rocks.
Yes, but when you look at them, aren't you filled with wonder?
I'm filled with a crick in my neck from trying to look up to the top of them. Unless you have the tabletop version.
This is a snap review for Obelus.
Obelus is an abstract strategy game for 2 players, ages 8 and up. It was designed by Chris Williams and published by Phase Shift Games. The box says it's shifting strategies in a timeless realm, but it actually plays in under 15 minutes.
This little box packs a big punch when it comes to the art. As hinted on the box cover, there are these really pretty 4-sided obelisk dice in both black and white.
There are also 8 conflux cards. These are a really unusual, irregular octagon shape, and they have a cool holographic finish on them.
Lastly, there are also 8 rift tokens. These kind of remind me of cherry cough drops, with a swirl of darker red inside.
So the pieces are all really nice, but what do we do with them? Let's go over the mechanics of how to play the game.
Set out the conflux cards in a rough circle and place a rift token on just one of them. Then one player takes the black obelisk dice and the other takes the white.
There are actually 2 modes to play once everything is set up. We're going to describe Chaos Mode first.
Both players roll all their dice, re-rolling any 4s. Place all the dice in the center of the circle. Then the player with the higher total chooses who will go first.
On your turn, you either summon an obelisk or you shift one. To summon, take one of your obelisks from the center and place it on an unoccupied conflux card. That means no other obelisk and no rift token. Leave the obelisk at the same value it had when it was in the center.
To shift an obelisk, move it around the circle in either direction, exactly as many cards as the value on the die. You may pass over obelisks of your own color, but not land on them. You may land on an obelisk of your opponent's color, but you cannot pass over one.
And you must always take the full movement. If you can't move the full amount, you can't move this obelisk.
After finishing the movement, change the value of this obelisk to any other value, even a 4.
There are special rules for an obelisk with value 4. Each player can only have a maximum of 1 of these at a time, and they can't be landed on or banished, except by another 4.
Speaking of banishing, if you landed on an opponent's obelisk, you banish it. Move the banished obelisk above or outside the conflux card. It's out of play unless it can be reformed. So, Anitra, how do we reform it?
Reform an obelisk by either summoning or shifting one of your obelisks to the conflux card where it was formerly banished. Then, take the banished obelisk, re-roll it, and place it in the center. When you reform an obelisk, you also place a rift token on that conflux card. If you can't place it there, place it on the next closest available card. A rift token means that obelisks can no longer be summoned to that location.
Keep taking turns until one player cannot either summon or shift an obelisk on their turn. Their opponent wins the game.
That's the Chaos game. The pure game has no rolling of the obelisk dice. Instead, you set them to any value you want when you summon them. What did we expect from Obelus?
Well, we have a good number of smaller 2-player abstract games, and I expected to enjoy taking this one on dates or any other situation where you and I actually get to spend time together.
I really like small box games for 2 players. But I knew nothing else about this one except that it had pretty dice.
Did this game surprise you?
I was surprised at just how beautiful this game was, and how timeless it feels. This really feels like a much bigger abstract game. It has a lovely presence on the table, and the rules are fairly simple, but they leave a lot of room for strategy.
I was surprised at just how easily you can lose if you're not paying attention. The rules are relatively simple, but you do need to stay engaged and pay attention to what's happening around each of your dice. It is a little bit of a head smacker when you do get pinned down quickly because you always know you should have known better than that.
It surprises me that I think I'd put Obelus in the same category as games like Quarto or Deblockle, or Shobu. Games that look just gorgeous on the table and that we keep coming back to over and over again because of the simple rules and the really satisfying feel of moving the pieces around.
But in some ways, it actually wins out because this box is small enough that you could put it into a purse or a handbag, or I could throw it into a backpack with no problems.
If you like two-player abstract games, we highly recommend Obelus. It's fast-moving, it's beautiful, and you'll want to play it over and over again.
We're going to give Obelus 4.5 obelisks out of 5.
And that's Obelus
In a snap. You ready?
Sure.
Okay. So why are you holding those?
Because it makes me feel better.